Hi there, everybody. You're traveling with me, of course, Jack, and my beautiful heavenly wife, Pam. Now, we're going to be doing something a little bit different with this video tonight. Normally, I've got travel videos, cooking videos, things like that, but on occasion, I do some grief support videos. Of course, most of that's now on the podcast, The Jack Church Show. But I thought since some of you often come to the YouTube channel to find some of those grief support videos we talk about, it might be time to do one. And this is basically a Thursday night. I'm in the metro Nashville, Tennessee area, in a popular area that is filled tonight with lots of families and couples and friends and such, all out enjoying a night on the town. Now, as I look around, of course, the one thing that becomes clearly evident is the fact that I'm all alone. Now, don't feel sorry for me, though. This is just the path that we're on now. And those of you who have experienced loss, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For me, it's now been 20 months since I lost my beautiful bride, Pam. And a question often comes up, am I doing better? Am I doing worse? Just really, how is it? It's funny that we bring that up because I had a very dear friend of mine ask me not long ago. He said, you know, I've never really asked you this question, but he says, what has it been like to have lost Pam? Keep in mind, Pam and I met in high school. We were married for over 30 years. When I lost her, October 20th, 2019, my life was turned upside down. Those of you who've experienced loss, whether it be that of a spouse, a child, a parent, a grandparent, maybe even a pet, a home, or a job, you know when those type of things happen, your world is rocked. And of course, how you recover is going to be kind of how you determine your direction in life for the years to come. But back to the original question. What was it like, or what is it like? For me, I tell people, imagine the very worst thing that could possibly happen to you and multiply it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times. I can't begin to tell you how much it hurts. But how are things different 20 months later? Well, some things are a little better. My day-to-day activities are better. I don't cry as much. I'm still making my way through life. I still meet a lot of fascinating people out there. I'm still trying to reinvent myself with a podcast, with a YouTube channel, working in an art gallery, working with a television equipment company, moving across country to start a new life. All those things are an effort to make things a little better. One thing, though, that will never change, and it won't change for you, I'd love to tell you it will, but that ache in your heart, while it may grow a little bit fainter, it's always going to be there, especially if you had a deep love for the person that you lost. You're always going to feel that loss. I'll always have a broken heart. I'll always remember Pam. Now, you know how this podcast got started and then evolved over into some of the YouTube videos was where I started doing journaling to my beautiful bride, Pam, through Facebook. I called it Love Letters to Pam, or at least somebody called it that. And I had a therapist tell me that sometimes it's good to do that it's healthy for the soul. Now, there'll be some out there who say that writing those daily letters means you're not letting go. You're not moving on. And you know what? That's exactly right. I won't ever let go. I married Pam until death do us part. And you may be saying, well, she's died. And I have to tell you, no, she hasn't. She's still alive. She's just in heaven. We now have a long distance relationship. So I'll always love her. And someday, I hope, if everything I believe is correct, I will see her again. I don't know if it'll be the same, but I pray that in some respects it will be. But back to how I'm doing. On this particular night, I decided that, well, I was feeling a little down, but I had a nice dinner. And I still cook healthy meals. And I always encourage those of you who have experienced loss to try and continue to do exercise, eat healthy, try your best to have a positive outlook on life. I know it's not going to happen every single minute of every day, but we can have still some good moments. So today is a couple of days after my birthday, and I had a great birthday trip. I had some incredible things happen on that birthday that I almost think they were God moments. For example, on Sunday afternoon, I decided to play golf, and I was intent on playing by myself because Pam was always my golfing partner. However, as I made the turn at the 9th hole at a public course here just outside of Nashville, two gentlemen asked me to join them. They were professional football players, people that I knew and admired, and I couldn't believe they were asking me to join them. It was Eddie George and Clyde Simmons. So I joined them for the back nine. And during that back nine, I learned that Eddie had lost his dad not more than 6 weeks ago. And he was hurting, and he missed his dad. And we kind of connected on a different level. And we talked a lot about that loss and how we keep moving forward. For Eddie, he's the new head football coach at Tennessee State University. And he was named head coach just days before his dad went to heaven. So that was a rather sweet moment. It was a good moment. And the fact being that I got out there, went to a golf course. Yes, I was by myself, didn't have a pity party, and look what happened. I like to think that maybe Pam and God arranged for me to have that meeting on the golf course that day. It was an incredible day. Then Monday through Wednesday, I went to St. Louis with my son, Eric. I also got to talk to our beautiful daughter, Hannah. She, of course, would have come along, but she was working. But anyway, we went up to St. Louis, a place that Pam and I dearly enjoyed many times in our life. Lifelong Cardinal fans. Go figure, the Cardinals were on a losing streak. We get there, they won the first night, and then the second night they won with a home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Thank you again, God. Thank you again, Pam. Some may say, oh, that's silly. God didn't care about the Cardinals winning that game on your birthday. Maybe not, but I like to think he did. So those little things are happening. And that brings me back to where I'm at tonight. This is a popular area outside of Nashville. They've got several shops and restaurants and high-end places to live and things like that. So I walked over here after having my dinner, feeling a little bit down, and I realized, you know, for my birthday, I never did have any ice cream or cake. Now, Pam and I always ate healthy, but I thought, you know what, tonight, I'm going to get some ice cream at that little place right over there. It's called Jenny's Ice Cream. It's a very popular place. And I thought, well, I don't want to do this alone. So what I did, I started talking to people in line. First, there was Garrett and Taylor, newlyweds, and they had just moved here from Macon, Georgia. I told them, I said, tonight's your lucky night. We're celebrating my birthday with my heavenly wife, Pam. And I showed them Pam's picture. I gave them some podcast cards and YouTube cards and said, it's on me. Then behind me in line came a beautiful young woman named Mary. You'll never believe this. Mary also had moved here. Well, it had actually been a few years ago. But Mary tells me she was divorced and used to live at Vandenberg Air Force Base with her husband. Why, you say, would Vandenberg Air Force Base mean anything to me? Because it's right outside of Santa Maria, California, where Pam and I loved living. We lived there off and on for about 12 years, and there was Mary. She goes, I can't believe you know about Vandenberg Air Force Base. I said, I sure do. In fact, our daughter was also born in Santa Maria. And I told her about my good friend Dick DeWeese was the mayor of Lompoc, which is the community right there at Vandenberg. And she couldn't believe that I was treating her to ice cream as well as some of the others. And we had a great conversation, and we had a great time visiting. The bottom line, once again, I put myself out there. Now, no, I'm not bragging about putting myself out there. I'm just wanting to encourage you to do these things. You have to. It's far too easy to sit around and be sad and have those pity parties, as we call them. Doesn't mean they go away, though. We'll continue to have our sad days and our sad moments. Life is never going to be as it was before. And I hate that. And I know you hate that. I hate that when I'm here tonight, I see couples and families. No, I'm happy for them, don't get me wrong. But I hate that I don't have my beautiful Powerade Pam with me. I feel I've been cheated. It happened too soon. She was too young. But then again, it's happened to a lot of other people out there. And we've just got to get out there. We've got to keep pushing forward. We've got to keep trying to make things better. Keep your faith, though. That's really important. I'm not going to get on here and preach, but I will tell you, if I didn't have my faith in God and in heaven, I'm not sure I could get through these days. So I am. So that's kind of my update. I probably went around in circles. A lot of you already tuned out, never watching to the end. But I do hope some of you did watch to the end, because I'm talking to you. You know who you are. You're tempted to give up. You're sad. You're distraught. I am too. But we've got to find a way to pull ourselves out of that. And I do. Each and every morning by putting 2 feet on the floor, taking a shower, brushing my teeth, opening the drapes, breathing in the air, and going, well, God, I'm alive for another day. How will you use me on this day? How will God use you? Until we see you next time, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Traveling with Jack and Pam. Please check out my podcast, The Jack Church Show. And until we see you next time, have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bye now.